Hi, everyone. It's Jeanne Alleva. I want to start by saying happy Thanksgiving to our family in the United States. In that vein, I wanted to talk about finding treasure in our sense of taste. And I don't mean that by style, but our actual ability to taste different flavors. And in many cultures, they talk about salty, sweet, sour, bitter, and umami, wide variety of flavors, and how accessing all of those different flavors every day really helps build the palate and keep us balanced. Now, I know in the United States, there's a real push for salty and sweet, deep fried sweet things. But around the world, there is that deeper understanding that we need that variety of tastes. And why is that? It One of the things is that it builds the palate. Like if we are tasting different things and we start off, maybe, say, for example, with wine, we might start off preferring sweet wines. But then as we taste more, we find that we prefer drier and drier wines. And this is just an example. It's that our palate is growing and changing. And in Victory with Ash, we are going to be exploring and learning and tasting, quote unquote, different things that are going to build our palate and change our experience, make it broader. Now, across history, there has been such a value put on different spices. They were used as currency. They were precious, absolutely precious, and highly sought after, highly valuable. I'll just use an example of saffron. Different spices um, were just, they were treasure, absolute treasure. And and the way that they added to, say, a meal is that they changed the value of that meal. It was not no longer a bland bowl of potatoes, say. It was now this savory, all the different flavors. And I know Redfern will be all over this, with his chef background. It takes it to the next level. It takes someone, Victory with Ash, as the analogy, it takes someone from wherever they are, their base level, and then by exposing that person to tastes, learning, wisdom, training, education that they may never have heard of before or experienced before or quote unquote tasted before, by exposing themselves to that and taking the chance to explore and taste and delve into these new flavors, they take themselves to the next level. They raise their lives to the from a basic meat and potatoes meal to a gourmet meal. So I think of Victory with Ash as the privilege of going to a chef's tasting. And if you're experienced with that, you go to a restaurant, you pay usually a nice price to taste what that chef has been exploring and playing with and wants to try out different flavors, different, meats or vegetables or any kind of combination. The people going don't really know what's going to be presented, but they trust the chef. They trust that the chef is an expert at what he or she does. And so they are willing to pay for the experience of tasting all these new things and exploring it together with the chef. That is what Victory with Ash is. But we have the privilege of getting this chef's tasting for free. It is an absolute gift, and I, for one, am very excited. So, on this Thanksgiving holiday week, I want to suggest that we all go out and taste life, try new things, jump into Victory with Ash, learn and explore, and we're going to do it together with the chef, Ash Mufareh, and I couldn't be more excited. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening.